The Miami Dolphins defense has been solid this season, there's no denying that. Ranked 10th in overall defense, 8th in passing defense, and 12th in rushing defense, they've managed to stay in the conversation as one of the better units in the league. But here's the thing, being solid isn't enough. Not when you're fighting for playoff relevance. What this team needs, desperately, are those game-altering, momentum-shifting moments from the defense. The kind of plays that take the wind out of an opponent's sails or slam the door shut when the game is on the line. And right now, those moments feel like they're missing. Sunday's win against the Las Vegas Raiders was another example of this gap. Sure, the Dolphins came out on top, 34-19, and the offense delivered when it mattered most. But where was the defense in those critical moments? Late in the fourth quarter, Miami was clinging to a 24-19 lead with under 4 minutes on the clock. At that point, it was all about control, kill the clock or add points to put the game out of reach. Now, credit where it's due, the offense stepped up big time. Tua Tagovailoa, who had an exceptional game with 28 completions on 36 attempts for 288 yards and 3 touchdowns, found Jonnu Smith streaking behind the defense for a 57-yard dagger of a touchdown. That play, essentially, sealed the game. But ask yourself, what if the offense hadn't delivered? What if they'd gone 3 and out like we've seen in the past? That would have left the Raiders with 2 minutes, an eternity in football terms, to march down the field and potentially steal the game. This is where the defense needed to show up. These are the moments championship teams live for, the clutch stop, the forced turnover, the bone-crunching sack that flips momentum. Instead, on the drive before Tua's game-sealing strike, the Raiders had sliced through Miami's defense with relative ease. Gardner Minshew connected on a short touchdown pass to Amir Abdullah, narrowing the lead to 5. And let's be real, that touchdown was avoidable. Kader Kohou missed a key open field tackle that could have stopped the play short. It's not just about this one game, though. This has been a pattern all season. Think back to the loss against the Arizona Cardinals. The offense, after weeks of struggles, finally found some rhythm with Tua back from injury. But when it came down to crunch time, the defense couldn't deliver that one play to swing the game in Miami's favor. Arizona drove down the field with ease and kicked the game-winning field goal, leaving Miami's defense watching from the sidelines, heads hung low. There's no questioning the talent on this defense. They've got playmakers, no doubt about it. But making routine stops and stuffing drives is one thing. Turning the tide of a game? That's something else entirely. A well-timed interception, a forced fumble, a sack on 3rd and long, those are the plays that separate good defenses from great ones. And let's be honest, if the Dolphins want any shot at the playoffs, good won't cut it. They need great. Yes, the offense is doing its part. Long, deliberate drives have been their bread and butter this season. They chew up clock, wear down defenses, and put points on the board. But football is a complementary game. The offense can't carry the weight alone. There will come a time, maybe sooner than we'd like, when the game will hang in the balance, and the offense won't have an answer. In those moments, the defense has to rise up and make the play. So far, they haven't shown they can do it consistently. Even in games like this one, where the Dolphins walked away with the win, you're left wondering, what happens when the stakes are higher? What happens when the margin for error shrinks to 0? The playoffs don't leave room for missed tackles or blown assignments. They demand perfection, or something close to it. If the Dolphins are serious about making a postseason push, they have to clean this up. The next few weeks will be telling. Can this defense find that extra gear? Can they step up when the game is on the line and deliver those big-time, season-defining moments? Right now, that's the biggest question hanging over this team. Because make no mistake, the potential is there. But potential doesn't win games. Execution does. And let's not forget, the offense can't stay perfect forever. Tua won't always hit a 57-yard bomb to bail them out. The defense has to hold up its end of the bargain. So, the challenge is clear. It's time for this defense to prove they're more than just good. It's time for them to make an impact when it matters most. If they can do that, this season might still hold something special. If not, well, we've seen how that story ends.